Before we do that, guys, I want to talk about this month's giveaway or giveaways, because I'm giving away lots of stuff for the subscribers of this channel. $25 and a bonus of $50 if you subscribe to my new channel, The Eradicators. All you have to do is to subscribe and answer the giveaway question I'll be giving throughout the video. Oh, my microphone, don't. And also for the people who back me on Patreon and via the join button membership, you guys have access to my Discord channel. I'm also giving away here another Turmoil Cycle MT with LTI. Good luck to everyone out there. Something that I really hope is the ability to keep a target or a location that we have scanned or been to. For example, it happened many times where I went mining and I found a really fantastic player, Shadow Rise, who was with me yesterday. Knows what I'm talking about. I went mining, I found a fantastic place with 10, 15, 20 rocks at the same area. It's fantastic. I can't mine everything, even with a mole. I would like to go back. How do I know exactly where it was? Well, I would like the radar to remember that location so that when I come back, I can keep that location, maybe, for example, in the star map, and then I can quantum travel there and find exactly the place where I found all those rocks so I can continue the job. I would like this functionality to come. If they could do that, that could be fantastic. Same with the enemies, for example. There's a very juicy enemy somewhere around, maybe, for example, Sometimes there is we're flying, and for some reason there is a caterpillar NPC. What is that caterpillar NPC doing there? Maybe that caterpillar NPC has cargo inside. Maybe I want to capture that parrot caterpillar NPC, but I need to go. I have to do something else. I would like my computer to pinpoint that target and try to track the target so that I can try to find it again in the future and then be able to capture the chip. That would be fantastic. Axis says it will also be a great way to find creatures in caves and remember the location. Yes, absolutely. And here, Vandalism says that it would be good for data running. That's also great as well. That's a good idea here. Vandalism here.
What I like about the current implementation of radar is the dynamic signatures. They fluctuate in and out depending upon what you're doing, and because of that, you could actually go into your UI and see your IR and EM fluctuate. That flexibility is really cool because you could turn on and off stuff, and that changes your signature and your strength and how far someone can see you.
Yeah, that's already in the game right now. It's true. And it's something that not a lot of people use. I mean, some of the best players of Star Citizen are using that very effectively, and they know how to use the stealth mechanics right now. But at the same time, if we could have a little bit more advanced radar systems in order to be able to still be able to detect those players, that would be fantastic.
Something we don't like is the absence of any information about how well you're detectable by either other players or AI at the moment.
Yes, that's what we were talking about.
The current implementation of the scanner, it's really awesome to be able to scan ships right now and see if they have any cargo, especially with the loss system. We can determine
people are doing that.
Illegal cargo. It opens up immersion gameplay where I could fly around, scan some things, and go, "Oh, that guy has some illegal things. Should I be nefarious and try to steal them, or should I try to shoot him and give him a warning?"
Yeah, but as of right now, they're like, for example, let's imagine that this guy's got Widow, right, in his cargo. First, there's no point. Let's give Mark Abent here a little reminder. As of 3.13, there is absolutely no point in buying illegal goods because you can't sell them. Where are you going to sell? Oh, yeah, some places have no ask questions terminal, but the quantities that they're taking is so limited. It's just ridiculous. No one is doing that. They need to bring back Jump Town, which is, we can buy, tons of drugs. Maybe we can buy lots of drugs at different locations, right? Not just one place. And be able to sell them at Grimex, which is the place, there's like the drug supermarket in the Senden system. Because then this is when we're going to have emergent gameplay and people being excited about doing that gameplay loop. The people who are going to be on the wrong side of the law are going to engage in that kind of business, and the people who are with the law, like myself, are going to take them down. But as of 3.13, no one is going to do that. Also, the other problem that I see here with the current systems is that what if those smugglers haven't done anything? Well, according to the law system, they are totally law-abiding citizens. So if I destroy them just because they have drugs and I don't like drugs, which is something I would love to do, well, it is me who would get a crime stat, and so it doesn't make any sense right now.
I want to improve the ping system so that it gives you like a rough idea.
And Warren Mackenzie here in the chat is giving a very good remark. We can't hide illegal cargo and do cargo running right now as well.
Of, hey, there might be some ships, maybe some bounties that you might want to go after. And because we'll give you that info at a further distance, it really allows you to make some, gives player agency and allows you to determine whether you want to even investigate it or not, or want to look in a different direction.
So that's kind of how our existing system works. You know, there's things that we really, really like, and of course there's things that we want to improve on and even flesh out even further. And that's exactly where this new work comes into play.
All right, so what is going on?
With the new radar, we've tweaked how things get detected. So
wait, what is this red thing here? Is this part of the new radar system?
It's no longer two spheres colliding. It's just, to put it simply, if your signature is overlapping with somebody, they're going to see you.
One thing we want to improve is to make sure that we get...
Well, where is this? Where is this? This doesn't look like it. It's not in Arena Commander, isn't it? What's this place, guys? I don't recognize. This is not Security Post Korea either. Do you guys know where this is? If you know what, let me know in the comments down below. I kind of feel lost. Is this a new location? This is a testing place, maybe? Yeah, maybe.
One thing we want to improve is to make sure that we get proper player feedback, so you know that if you're in a very high ambient signature area, like a gas cloud, you could be hidden, and therefore make better use of the spaces that we provide in the universe that we're creating.
Sean Tracy liked the idea of, you know, if you have a bunch of capital ships and a couple frigates, that maybe you can't see some of those smaller ships.
Okay, yes, this is something that he did talk about. So your radar would be detecting the big ones, but maybe not necessarily the escort, which would imply that it would force players to do some reconnaissance, maybe to figure out what would be the support ships, which makes sense. This is something that you see in a lot of other games.
What happens if we had that moment where you could have some ships hide within the bigger ships? So when you're far away, you're like, okay, there's an Idris, maybe I could take it out. You get a little bit closer, you realize that there's a whole fleet. So it's going with that balance of how do we hide things and how do we show things so that we could get big, amazing moments and even stealth gameplay.
So with scanning, we want to increase the granularity of the information you get from scanning. So pilot the other players or AI that are going to be on the ship.
Oh, whoa. That's great. Look at that. So we have the name of the faction, the health, and the type of the model. Okay. It's great that they're giving us the name of the faction. This is looking good. This is looking good.
It has what it's...
And here we have items, night. I don't know what this is. Draco, Master. I don't know what this is. CF44 looks like the guns that they have. It looks like this is not complete. Maybe we'll see.
It's cargo.
Going back to that other example with the Idris, with a bunch of ships out there, you can scan it and go, I know that's a ship. What ship is it? I scan from afar and go, oh, it's an Idris. Cool. I don't see anybody else because I have to get closer. You get closer and you start seeing other contacts pop up.
You can take a deeper dive into what the contents of that ship are.
So before you're too far back and you're like, okay, that's an Idris. Now you're close up and you go, oh, that's an Idris with a gigantic Gatling gun that shoots auroras. Doesn't exist, but I like to pretend it does. Also, we want to expose more interesting information. We want to let you know that there's a wanted person on board. We want to let you know that maybe there's some volatile cargo on board. We want to let you know that there's something interesting relative to your specialization of the ship. It also unlocks more stuff for the designers to say, this type of scanner.
Oh, I see what's going on here. So the scanner here, you can see there's a little gauge. There's a little gauge here. So they're waiting until the gauge gets to the max level here. And as the gauge goes to the max level, this is when all these extra information that you're looking for start to get unlocked. Okay. All right. That's really cool.
This type of scanner is going to be more for criminality or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
What we're doing with ping is
And it's interesting. I like the fact that scanning might take some time, and because eventually people may detect that they get to be scanned, and they may want to escape or they may want to attack you. So it's going to also force scanners, people who actually scan, to be a little bit more stealthy and avoid detection while they're busy scanning, because scanning and getting all that information takes time. I think that this is good gameplay design, and I really like that direction. The direction that they're going to there.
For the first time, we're going to actually allow you to not only get the blob information, which gives you the rough, direction and size of the entities that may be contained within the blob. So it gives you like a rough area of where you might want to investigate.
Okay, oh yeah, there you go. Field of vision here, 360 degrees. So here, that's what it tells you where it's scanning, and I suppose you'll be adjusting that with your mouse wheel so that maybe you just have 180 or just 90 degrees.
But if the signatures are high enough, then you can actually scan the contents of that blob, which is something we weren't able to do before.
You won't see a lot of these things happen all at the same time. It opens up the doors so that we could push things in through patches and through waves.
What we're looking for is
Okay, so we're gonna have, as always, which looks like we're going to have tier 0, tier 1, and tiny implementations coming up bit per bit, but it's one baby step after one baby step, I suppose, right? Axis says, I wonder if you'll be able to scan and differentiate between living shingles and debris. That's a good point. I think that eventually there's a little piece of information that says life signs, so maybe it will be available in the information that it gives you, Axis.
Fun player experience for finding things. Ultimately, players want to be able to look out in the vastness of space and then determine, hey, this is something interesting that I want to do, and this is the direction I need to go experience that fun thing. That's what we're working toward.
All right, good.
As part of our
Seems promising. It seems promising. Scanning is one of those features from a long time. When was the last time scanning got a decent update? I think scanning has been pretty much the same since 2.0, right? I don't remember scanning getting a big update back in the 3.3 in the 3.x branch. So it's pretty much one of those oldest legacy features that definitely need an overhaul. And what I saw today kind of makes me excited, yes, because it's going to bring a little bit of excitement, especially with the length of scanning. It seems like it's going to require stealth, and you are going to have to take some time in order to get all the information that you need. I like that direction. I'm looking forward to that being put in the game. All right, well,